Hey guys, so today we're going to discuss how to react when someone's coming out to you. Because oftentimes, people don't know how to react to that sort of thing. First things first. Do not start talking about religion and politics and give unsolicited advice. They didn't ask for that. They just want you to listen. You can always thank them for trusting you. Because it takes a lot for someone to tell you something like that. They don't know what you're going to say, how you're going to respond. They don't know if after they're done with that conversation, if they will ever have a nice conversation with you again. So just listen and don't say anything that you might regret later. It's okay to say that you need time to think or to process the information. It is so much better than being grossed out and saying something that later you can never take back. Please do not ask them why. Why do you think this? Or what makes you feel this way? And are you sure? Don't question what they're telling you or try to make them give you some logical explanation to why they're gay. There isn't logic to why you're straight, is there? You just are. There's no logic to being gay either. It's just who you love. And that's the best logic there is. So don't try to make them find some other reason to explain to you why they feel the way they feel. It's hard enough to come out as it is. They don't need some complicated question they have to try to figure out how to answer to justify their feelings, because they do not have to justify their feelings to you or to anyone else, just to themselves. You should feel honored that they are trusting you and they are brave enough to tell you. And honestly, I'm gonna go total Bambi here. If you can't say anything nice, just don't say anything at all. And yes, silence is deadly. It's awful. To tell someone, hey, I'm gay, and for you to be silent and walk away, that's just a horrible feeling. But for you to say the wrong thing might be worse. Because if you say something mean, that will stay with them forever. I would say do your best to just stay calm and not try to make it make sense to you. Just listen to what they have to say. You can make it make sense to you later. Little kids make believe stuff all the time. If your kid says, hey, I'm a princess and I just conquered a dragon, and then they tell you some bizarre story that makes no sense in the real world, you just go with it. You don't need to make it make sense to you because it's their little world, okay? It's that kid's world, that kid's dream, and you don't want to mess that up. And in some ways, that's similar to someone telling you they're gay. You listen to them and just support them, and later you can try to figure out what it means to you in your head. Later you can try to figure out how you're going to deal with it. But that's later. Now you're supporting your kid or your friend or who's ever telling you that they're gay. Just like you'd support a little kid who wants to go play outside with his imaginary friend named Obo. Kids have brains full of creativity, and you would never crush that creativity, would you? So why would you crush your kid's love? Perhaps that's a bad way to explain it, but it's really the only way I could really think of. I'm not saying that being gay is like conquering an imaginary dragon. I'm just saying if you're not used to gays, lesbians, transsexuals, the homosexual lifestyle, the whole thing, that for you, that idea is probably similar to a little kid telling you that he just conquered a dragon. It's out of your world. It's out of your thought process. But for a little kid, you wouldn't tell him that he had not just conquered a dragon or he does not have an imaginary friend named Obo. That's pretend, because for them it is real. And if it's real to them, it's real. So for the person who's gay, their love is just as real as any other thing. Their love is as real as your love to your cat, to your dog, to your husband, to your wife. You can't just tell someone that it's wrong. And I hope you get what I'm trying to say, and I hope my metaphor works for you, because that's the best thing I could come up with. Alrighty. Please just be careful with what you say. That's all I ask. Thank you.